Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are broadcasting to you live from the beautiful and picturesque southern shores of New York City, the one and only town without pity, Staten Island, New York. I'm Danny Chanod from Nobody Cares Sports Network, welcoming you to the Ferry Hawk Stadium, Staten Island University Hospital Community Park, as I welcome all of you into the Nobody Cares Sports Network broadcast booth, powered by our friends at Main Street Coffee. And a special guest joining us in the booth this evening to start out the contest for what is the Nick Leah John Drennan Memorial Cup, the one and only Peaches, Coach Peter Timmons. Welcome to the booth, brother.
I'll tell you what, this is a pleasure being here tonight. We're looking at Curtis versus Tottenville. It goes back to when I was in 1995 and I took the award for John Drennan Memorial with the outstanding player. And I look at the remnants of Tottenville, Curtis, huge spotlight. Here we are at the Staten Island Ferry Hawk Stadium. And this, if you're not here right now, then you need to get in your car, the small subway, the bus.
Get down here.
It is packed out. And we did a doubleheader today. This was an impromptu thing. I just came out to watch the game, and Dr. Chanod said, Peach, get in the booth. We have a game we have to do, and we're going to rock it out right now if we can.
That's right, brother. I said not only that, we got a suite, we got hot dogs and cheeseburgers. Chinese bookie rolled out of a trunk to come here tonight. Now, as many of you are aware, we like to have ourselves a local sports book. Well, there are not two animal mascots facing off against one another tonight. Rather, it is the Tottenville Pirates and the Curtis Warriors, two of the top teams in New York State, come to play on the gridiron tonight. We've got a line of favorite here. The Warriors favored by 3.5 points as the home team tonight, as the Tottenville Pirates slowly make their way out onto the football field as the visiting team. They are wearing all white uniforms this evening with a purple stripe going down the sides, all white helmet with purple numbers, as well as a purple stripe going down the center of the helmet. They've got a pirate flag, and somewhat reminiscent of what you see on the Pittsburgh Pirates out of there in Pennsylvania. On the side of their helmets as a decal. As for the boys from Curtis, they come into contest tonight wearing all black jerseys. As Dave, I'll ask you to just zoom in the camera a little bit. Dave Fernandez is working the camera tonight. Chinese bookie is on ice, much to the delight of many of Nobody Cares sports fans out there around the world. We welcome you to the booth, moments away from the national anthem, back in just a moment. So that is a hot mic sticking up the wall. As we wait patiently for our nation's national anthem, the color guard is on the field and we are here for the national anthem, played by the Pirates Marching Band.
Welcome everybody to this picturesque. If you can see what I'm looking at right now, the New York City skyline is everybody's dream. You see the Statue of Liberty, you see the Freedom Tower, you see everything that people wish in their life can see. It is absolutely a gorgeous night here in Staten Island at the Ferry Hawk Stadium. This is going to be a tremendous night of two teams, rivals from when I was a young man, when I was, say I was 17, 14, 15, 16, comrade?
Yeah, baby.
Right about that, right about those days?
1994, 1995.
Right, so the comrade next to me, he was always there supporting everything that I did right and wrong, and he's always been a father to me. But this is a different atmosphere of what we're looking at right now. We're not talking about a high school stadium. We're not talking about like a Curtis game. We're not talking about a Tottenville game. We're talking about picturesque New York City right now. If you can't believe what you're looking at, and if you close your eyes, and if you ever want to play a high school football game, you come right now and you see what's going on here in Staten Island. Danny, I'm going to say this. Now, we did a doubleheader. We had the St. Peter's game today. We have a huge game next Saturday with St. Peter's playing more. And this rivalry itself of Tottenville, Curtis, and next week now St. Peter's Moore, Catholic school, public school. I love the interaction of how the schools started out the year. I remember when St. Peter's played Susan Wagner week 1. It's a rivalry. It's Staten Island. But now looking at this is where it starts for the New York City Public School Championship right here in Staten Island.
You said it, brother. Welcome to the broadcast, ladies and gentlemen, around the world, wherever you may be. The Curtis Warriors wearing all black uniforms tonight, black helmets. They've got a silver decal on the sides with a maroon stripe going right down the center of their helmet. As for, it's all right, Commodore, you can move it around.
Hey, everybody, this is famous.
What's happening there? My God in heaven. Back here on the Commodore, if you touch one more thing, I'm sending you back to Florida. You
I just
understand?
wanted everybody to know that the Commodore is in the booth.
Guy's a hurricane. I thought hurricane season was over, Pete.
No, he actually saw 2 come his way, and I think the third's coming tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Lieutenant Nick Leah John Drennan Memorial Cup. The Warriors won the toss and elected to defer. The Tottenville Pirates will receive the first half kickoff.
You know, I'm looking at the goalposts right now. It kind of looks like a different atmosphere from what I'm seeing. It's not rugby. It's not football because the stadium is angled a certain way. If you look at the goalpost to the left of where we're actually like going from, it's a makeshift. And then you have the right side, which is...
There it is. The ball's fumbled on the kickoff, went out of bounds at the 18-yard line.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are officially underway. Yeah, it's a bit of a makeshift field here, sandlot ball, but these two teams, they could play in a parking lot, and we'd be glad to cover it. A muffed kick to start us off here. It's the Pirates who will be starting off on offense this evening. The very first football game played from Staten Island University Hospital Park here in St. George. Kelly Munson from the Tottenville Pirates alumni will be joining us shortly in the booth for the second quarter. Right now, it's Peter Timmons, the Commodore, and myself, Danny Chanod. On a 1st and 10, the give is to a tailback who runs up the middle for about 3 yards on the play.
You know, looking at the teams right now, and we watch a lot of football, Tottenville right now coming out, they have to establish the ground. And I feel like I'm watching a game at Candlestick Park back in the day when it was a baseball/football field.
Well, the give was to Tyshawn Bent, second verse, same as the first. He takes it again, and that's going to be good enough for, well, close to a Pirate first down. I'll tell you, after calling a game this afternoon at St. Peter's in New Brighton, we're about 45 feet from the action. Here in Staten Island University Park, we're sitting up in the skybox region of the stadium, and I mean, we might as well need some binoculars to figure this one out.
Well, we could use a ferry hawk to do the spotting for us up here, I'll tell you that.
That ruckus you hear below us is the Tottenville Marching Pirates Band, who is situated below us in the seats. The give is to Bent yet again, and the Warrior defensive line stopped that play right in its tracks.
Stop cold right there, no gain at all.
Dave Fernandez, a.k.a. Dave the Ref, working the camera for us this evening. Dave doing a fantastic job. I told him he's going to be cold, and you will get paid less.
We got a 2nd and 9 here for the Pirates.
Thank you, Commodore. On a 2nd and 9, McGuire working out of a gun. It's a play action, rolling right under pressure. He dumps it off to a fullback who picks up about 4 on the play, brings up 3rd and short. And if my eyes don't deceive me, it looked like number 42, the senior fullback, Tristan Ivaliotis.
You know,
baby.
I do like the play action right there. They gave a fake, rolled out to the right. He probably could have ran for a first down. They gave it off, and it was a short pass. Now they have a 3rd down and 5. Big play right here for Tottenville.
McGuire out of a gun, rolling to his left, finds a man, hits an open Corey Brown, who spent much of the season on injured reserve, just back in time for a Pirates championship run.
Well, that was a nice play by number 2 for the Curtis Warriors to come up there and make that stop. Just holding them to a yard gain on that presents a 4th and 3.
That's right.
Yeah, you know what? This right now, this is a game of field position. You have to punt the ball away right now. And Tottenville, if they want to actually win this game and be a part of it, field position for Curtis and Tottenville is going to be an integral part of how this is going to work out.
You said it, brother. Well, it's a great step for the Warriors on defense. It's a 3 and out that they forced for the Pirates. Check that. The Pirates did, in fact, get a first down on this possession and then were halted near midfield. I'm terrible at my job. On a 4th and 3, the Pirates set to punt. It's a clean one. They get it downfield. It's fielded at about the 33-yard line by the Warriors, and after a short return, the Warriors will take over there. Ladies and gentlemen, 8:56 to go here in the first quarter of play from St. George in Staten Island, New York. We're playing under the lights. I'm telling you right now, you're supporting local, and nobody cares.
Hi, this is Danny Mills, Ruddy and Dean, American Steakhouse, 44 Richmond Terrace, supporting local sports. Full line of bourbons, tequilas, craft beers, and a superior wine list to complement our steaks. Looking to see you around our table soon or on the field.
Well, that was our good friend Danny Mills across the street here at 44 Richmond Terrace as we have a false start on the Warriors' first play from scrimmage here. Not what you want to see if you're head coach Peter Gambardella.
You know, I play with Pete Gambardella, and
You're dating yourself there, Coach.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, not this point. Continue.
But I played with Pete, and what he's done to this program, and I remember Freddie Oliveri, he instilled discipline, and I keep saying this, I don't care what game I do, discipline from start to finish, whether it's Catholic school or public school. It's the small things that make a change in the game.
Shout out Coach O, baby.
Yeah, shout out, Coach O. Well, it looks like the call, rather than a false start against the Warriors, was a offsides against the Pirates. So a 1st and 5, Caratelli working out of a gun. The sophomore quarterback, and a hard count. The center is just barreled over there by number 55 of the Tottenville Pirates here on the defensive line.
The Pirates are not helping themselves
That's,
now.
Rocco Burzo with the mistake.
Oh,
And
baby.
That was one that everybody noticed.
He's a big boy out there. He just gave him a forearm, and down he went.
Caratelli working out of a gun. The give is to a tailback running left side. That's Mukasey running down the left sideline. One man to beat, tackled inside the 5. First and goal, Warriors.
You know, here's what happened right there. You had 2 bad discipline plays on the Tottenville defense, and here's what Curtis took advantage of. They saw lack of concentration, and the offensive coordinators at Curtis said, you know what, let's go right at them. That running back took it right up the left-hand side, and that's a huge play for Curtis right there.
First and goal for the Warriors. Caratelli out of a gun, 2 receivers right. The give is to a tailback. He picks up maybe a yard on the play. 2nd and goal upcoming inside the 5.
You know, here's what I would do right now. If you're Curtis, you stick to what works. You drove the ball downfield on a tremendous outside run. You have the entire right side open up right there. If you're Curtis right now offense,
Stretch it out.
you ground and pound, and Commodore just said it. Stretch it out, but hold on. You keep it simple. You don't have to do a pitch. Go right up the gut to them.
It's a 2nd and goal from the 3-yard line. Caratelli on a design run. Lots of flags come down on the tackle. This could be against the Pirates.
Could be a face mask.
The defender got up, kind of waving his hands as if to say, I can't believe I did that.
So we saw 2 penalties right there. We saw it from the far right side coming in as possible hold, and then we saw the near sideline that it could have been a face mask. If this holds up, it'll be a first down because of the penalty of an automatic. But depending on what they're saying, we're a little bit distant from
Looks
where
like
we
you're
are.
right on it there, Coach. Let's see what they say. They're so far away, we can't hear them.
We've got a 2nd and goal here from just outside the 1,
There's a
and it looks like the
fumble
ball
on
hits
it.
the turf. Fumble Ruski. Fumble Ruski. And the Warriors luckily jump back on it.
A little confusion on that play there as to who was actually going to take the snap.
All right, so boys, we have a 3rd down right now.
I mean, stout defense here from the Pirates after giving up
Absolutely.
huge plays.
This will be huge for Tottenville to make a stop right now.
3rd and 2. 7:38 remaining in the first period. First quarter here, folks. Ferry Hawk Stadium.
Caratelli out of a gun, throws a slant, and almost a touchdown in and out of the receiver's fingertips. That's going to bring up 4th and goal. Decision time. Curtis sending the special teams out onto the field.
So here's my scenario right now. I don't know how good the kicking team is for Curtis. It's a different field goal for what it is. It's short. If people actually can see what it is, it's a short field goal. If they actually get this through, this could be a game changer right now of the first quarter.
It's regulation. It just kind of plays mind games on you when you look at it.
It's like almost like a chip shot right here. In the previous game in the JV, they were nailing them. So let's see what happens here for the Warriors.
17-yard field goal attempt. Kick is up, and it is cash money. The Warriors take a 3-0 lead. I'll tell you what, it wasn't the blockbuster start that we were looking for, but the Warriors get first blood. 3-0's our score, 7:18 to go here in the first quarter of play. You're tuned into local sports with the Nobody Cares Sports Network. Nobody cares.
All right, so we're back in action here. So we were just actually talking about the goalpost scenario. From my understanding, we're only playing one way, is that right? Of going towards the north of past what we're looking at right now, that there's only one goalpost for what it is. I guess once we get to it, we'll describe more for how it works. But right now, Tottenville has the ball, and a short handoff here going up to the right side. They're going to
That was 1st and 10 Tottenville from their own 34 there.
Right, a little 3-yard run right there. And Tottenville has to get their offense established and just keep moving the ball. This is going to be a ground and pound game of what we see in Catholic school and public school as well.
We got 2nd and 7.
Second and 7 for the Pirates. They give us a tailback rolling right side. They've got the BB boys back, Corey Brown and Tyshawn Bent. That's going to be a handful for the Warriors tonight as they pick up a bevy of yards down that one to bring up a manageable 3rd and short. Warriors defense with his bend but don't break mentality so far this game.
You know, Mr. Chanod, I'm going to say this.
Commodore.
You see the
me,
difference.
it's coming.
You see the difference
Mr.
of
Chanod?
Catholic school and public school of how they run their offense.
The give to the tailback on the field. He's got a first down and a whole lot more moving towards midfield. That is my man. Looked like Corey or Tyshawn Bent on the carry. No, it's in fact Corey Brown, so they're giving a little bit of both here. Go ahead, PG.
So great run right there. But you see the difference of the hurry-up offense, of the offensive plays of actually being called from the sidelines without a huddle and actually just going play by play without actually getting into the system and just going out there and running it.
You're right, Coach. I saw that today. I could see it now doing back-to-back games.
First and 10 for the Pirates. They come up empty as a good play here from the Warriors' defensive front to drive back the Pirates. First quarter of action, 5:40 to go here in the opening quarter on the North Shore of Staten Island in New York City. Second and 13 for the Pirates. They come out in a shotgun formation. McGuire with 3 receivers. He decides to hand it to the tailback. That's Tyshawn Bent getting quick access to the second level right through the linebacking level. And it is a first down for the Pirates. They'll move those chains right into Warriors territory.
That was a great run right up the middle, and they took the vulnerability of Curtis trying to come on the outside. They missed the interaction of switching the defensive plays up in the middle of a little twist, and they took it right down.
McGuire out of a gun again, 2 receivers right. The give is to Ben, and he is going to be gobbled up in the backfield. A trio of Warrior defenders there to make the play.
Well, there was 5 of them there. Right now, I see him trying to control the trenches right now. Don't you see that, Coach?
Well, you know, legendary coach Pete McNamara on the sidelines wouldn't have it any other way. And while we're talking about legendary coach Pete Mac, I want to give a shout-out to Gene McNamara, the beloved mom in that family who...
The patriarch of the McNamara family.
Staten Island legend passed away earlier this week, and a heartfelt condolences to everybody in the McNamara family. Tonight's broadcast dedicated to
That's
Gene.
a free ball. That's
this
a free
looks
ball.
like a fumble.
That's a fumble. Went out of bounds. Could be.
That's a free ball, boys. Unless they call him down or intentional grounding, I think I might see a flag right on the line there. It's mixing in. But that should be either intentional grounding or a...
Well, it should be a fumble here because we've got Charles Bukowski and Pete Gambardella, coaches from the Warriors, emphatically waving their hands at the referees to say that is a loose ball fumble. Instead, it looks like the Pirates are being gifted an incomplete pass. We'll see if the referees can figure it out correctly.
Well, wouldn't it be a matter of who had possession of the ball last before it went out of bounds here? And I would see that as the Tottenville Pirates from my vantage point.
Well, it is against, well, it's just going to, they called it a fumble, boys, not an incomplete pass. That ball went way beyond the line of scrimmage. It's third and an eternity. McGuire is going to throw a short pass to Bent, and he is going to be tackled in the backfield. The Warriors all over it. Pirates not doing anything on offense so far tonight.
You know, that was third and forever. And if you're Tottenville right now, you got very lucky right there because the Curtis defense was all over that loose ball. And yes, Tottenville has to just make a simple punt right here and get the ball back to simplicity.
And the Pirates are set to punt. That ball is blocked or it's shanked off the punter's foot, one or the other. Fortuitous bounce for the Warriors. That's like, I don't know, 16 yards on the punt. Second time today I've seen that happen. I can't believe it. This first quarter of action is brought to you by our friends at the Anthony M. Bavaro Believe Foundation. You could follow them on Instagram at AV38Believe. A big shout out to the Vivaro family, Kerry Thompson, Jimmy Thompson, everybody down there at Snug Harbor, Dennis Thompson. I mean, these people are doing tremendous work in the community, and you can learn more by following them on the social media machine. Big shout out to everybody at the AV Believe Foundation. Back to the action on the field. It's the Warriors with a 3-0 lead. Graphics going off on, the scoreboard right now, so they've taken away the clock, and I'm just going to have like an epileptic seizure if they don't stop the graphics.
I tell you,
right?
I think we got a little bit of new venue, big game jitters going on here right now, okay? I think that both teams need to settle down, realize how good they really are, and play some good football.
It's Caratelli working out of a gun. 2 receivers right and 2 left, a lone tailback, a short pass left side, and that's going to pick up about 3 yards on the play. A win for the Tottenville defense there, Peaches.
You know what? Tremendous play. And I'm watching.
It's a flag.
And here's stupidity. Discipline. And we speak of discipline. Know who likes a good discipline when you want a good cheeseburger? I think Duffy's of disciplined is always a good place to have a great cheeseburger.
Excellent.
If you want to be disciplined.
I'm telling you what, man, that just happens to be an official sponsor of the Nobody Cares Sports Network. Make sure you go over there in the heart of West Brighton and check out our boys, Duffy's Tavern. Why not bring them up on screen? They got a party barn. It's the kind of place where I have my birthday party.
Wow, look at that.
And the waffle fries. You put a little, you put anything with disco fries and a little gravy on top.
Disco fries.
The Duffy's has it all.
Yeah,
Call Matt
baby.
Gordon and the family there.
Can't stress this enough. There seems to be some discrepancy in the YouTube chat. They can't believe that McGuire is the starting quarterback tonight for the Pirates, but I can assure you that it is. What do you want? Caratelli working out of a gun, throwing it right side. That ball nearly intercepted. It is now picked. He could go all the way down the left sideline. Tackled inside the 30. A turnover, and the Pirates strike.
You want to talk a game change right there. That ball was up in the air, and the Tottenville defense, they actually said, you know what? It's our turn to get a turnover, and here we are right now with Tottenville ready to punch this in of maybe making this a very, very good game for both teams.
And you might be wondering, why are they changing the field right now? Well, as we mentioned before, there is only one field goal post on this field right now, so the teams will always have to compete in one direction. So on the baseball diamond, it's the left side of your camera is where the teams will be playing all night towards left field.
Now, guys, this is not unprecedented, is it, with one field goal? Didn't it happen in the college game?
Well, it happened at Wrigley Field in a bowl game a few years ago, so it has been done before. On a 1st and 10 for the Pirates, Elvis tailback, and he picks up a small amount of yards on the play.
You know, gentlemen, I'm looking down at the stands right now. You got literally, I'm going to say 1,500 to my left, and you're looking over New York City. You can't beat this tonight.
It's just a tremendous venue here. Grateful for all the work that was done by the community of Staten Island to make this happen. Even in particular, Eric Risen, the athletic director at Curtis High School, worked diligently with the Ferry Hawks, the PSAL, to make this happen. Great job. Shout out, Eric Risen.
We are sitting literally so far from the field when I tell you it's impossible to see the numbers, but folks at home are letting us know quarterback is number 16 on the field. 16 on the field is a senior quarterback out of here for the Tottenville Pirates. That is Jordan Haddad.
You know, boys,
I'm going to have to owe everybody in the chat and Haddad's family a
what do you
fruit
do right
basket.
now if you're Tottenville? What do you do? Do you try to throw the ball? You keep establishing the run. You're in the second quarter. You're down 3-0. Do you try to make a little play right here and there, a little trickery?
Well, we're in the first quarter. We got 150 left. I'm smashing it in.
Well, they're not going for a field goal, so Haddad out of a gun looking left, takes his first read, tries to force it in there, and it is tipped away by the Warriors defensive backs. That is going to be a turnover on downs. The Warriors will have it. Come on the other way in just a second, as there is 1:41 remaining here in the first quarter of play from Staten Island University Hospital Community Park. Danny Chanod, Peter Timmons, and the Commodore working on the call. And you're supporting local in the Main Street Coffee broadcast booth. Nobody cares. That's how you got to be cool under pressure in moments like these. That's why you got to keep cool with our friends Comfort Solutions Air Conditioning Specialist. Shout out to John Carlson, 917-560-6195, a proud supporter of the Nobody Cares Sports Network. It is a 1st and 10 for the Warriors, working from their own 13-yard line. Caratelli with 3 wide receivers. One goes in motion from left to right. A fake to him and a gift to the tailback. Mukasis takes it up the gut for a gain of 2 on the play.
I'm just trying to get this all together with the one goalpost. I said it was second quarter because I thought they switched over, but now I'm realizing we're playing literally one way. If someone's going to score, they're going to one goalpost.
And they're going further away from us, so I'm getting roasted in the chat for not being able to see the
Right now we're in our glory.
players.
They're right in front of us here, so let's enjoy the moment, boys.
Let's have some fun with it, as the Commodore would say. Working out of a shotgun set again, 2nd and 8. Warriors have it from their own 15-yard line. A man in motion. The give is to the receiver in motion on an end around. And the Pirates will not be fooled at all. A gain of nothing on the play, possibly losing 2. 3rd and long upcoming for the Warriors. What'd you guys make of the food in the suite tonight? The Ferry Hawks came through with like a hot dog on a pretzel bun. You see that before?
Yeah. I'm telling you, that was good stuff right there. New York City, all
you
the way.
couldn't beat it. Did you see that pretzel bun?
You can't beat that.
Gotta put a lot of mustard on that one.
I mean, shout out to him. Nobody cares getting a complimentary box here tonight, but everybody else, man, every skybox is taken tonight for this high school football game. So people taking a respite from the cold and staying warm, and man, what a night for it here. What a venue. Caratelli working out of a gun. 2 receivers left, 2 right, alone back in the field. Man goes in motion from left to right. He throws it left. It is complete to a man. That is Casey Royal on the reception. He picks up a few on the play, but not nearly enough to the line to gain. The Warriors will look to punt for the first time today. And ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for us here at the end of 1 quarter of play. The score, the Warriors up 3-0. Might be wondering how the hell Danny Chanod is staying in business. Well, it's thanks to supporters like Qualitech Computers, official technology provider of the Nobody Cares Sports Network. Without Adam Manoni and the crew over there, we wouldn't be able to be here. So big shout out to them. Peaches, what do you got for the folks at home?
I'll tell you, know what I smell? I smell that burger and that steaks and everything from Ruddy and Dean's. I can smell that smoke coming in. I know there's wildfires going on because everything is a scent in life. You have 5 senses. And you could smell those steaks coming from Ruddy and Dean's right now, just being roasted and cooking, everything what he does over there.
I'll tell you, right across the street, man.
Oh, my God, it's phenomenal.
We could just roll right over there for a little New York strip after this game, boys.
I got no qualms with that. Unfortunately, I'll be here late. Just me and the wise janitor that has no superpowers and can't make me 17 again. The Warriors set to punt, and they do so. A high booming kick makes its way across the 50-yard line and takes a Warrior roll into Pirate territory. It goes out of bounds at about the, I'm dyslexic, 44-yard line. And now why not hear a word from our sponsors? We can...
What's going on, guys? Catering. We're entering into the holiday season, and Jay's on the Bay is your catering stop. When you need anything, catering, we got you covered. All right, check out these gorgeous meat and cheese boards that we made here. 110 person party going out right now. All right, they wanted to do it separate, not mixed. So we got Gorgonzola Dolce, we got Pecorino, we got Parmigiano, we got Brie, we got Manchego cheese.
Hear more from Chef Joe in a few moments as he talks about his holiday catering. Right now, it's the Pirates who are back to business here with a swing pass out of the backfield, picking up a few yards on the play.
You know, boys, what do you think right now that Tottenville needs to do? I get they're in a little hurry-up offense. They have to establish the run first, no, before they just keep like trying to chip away with the small passes.
Well, I think they got a big break on that interception before, but Curtis dug in. It didn't happen. Now we're going back the other way. We got to get a big play to get this game started over here. That's what I see.
Well, it is a 2nd and 8 for the Pirates, working out of a gun and throwing it short at the intended receiver's feet. The receiver was Corey Brown, and quarterback Jordan Haddad just couldn't get it to him. It's going to bring up a 3rd and long for the Pirates. And Commodore, you talked about it a little bit. Oh, maybe these guys are a little jittery. You know, it's a big game. It's a big venue. And I look at it and say, now's about the time that we start to see the Pirates show up and find their flow in this game.
They got splits left over here. They're going to do something. They got twins on the right. Here it goes.
You said it. Haddad looking in that direction all day to throw. Now rolling left out of the pocket. He's going to decide to keep it, and he will not get the first down. He is absolutely walloped near the Warriors sideline. 4th down upcoming.
He's got to throw that ball down, get rid of it, and not take that punishment.
You know, this Curtis defense, their coaches, you know, like Damian McKagan and everybody they have, and he was a tremendous player, probably one of the top century player from 2000 on, all the awards, and what he does of coaching these linebackers, of staying home, read your route, know your position, know your assignment, and make a play.
He can make a bathroom, too. DPM contracting.
That's right,
they kick
man.
it, man. Let me tell you something.
All phases of interior and exterior contracting. Reach out to our boy today, 347-612-5063. I mean, you can have that beautiful bathroom and kitchen we just had on screen. Fantastic drop, Peachy. It is a 4th and 7 for the Pirates. They are going to punt yet again. A high snap is corralled there by the athlete, and he punts it away. Goes over the 30-yard line, and it'll come to a screeching halt right there. With 10:26 to go in the second quarter, the Warriors up 3-0 over the Pirates. We'll be back from the North Shore of Staten Island in just a minute. Telling you right now, folks, nobody cares. Let's hear from our boy Joe again, huh?
I got prosciutto, speck, copa, braciola. The list just keeps going on. Fresh jams, olive tapenades, pepperdew peppers. We got some raspberry phyllo dough puffs, some shrimp cocktail, 3-foot hero. Guys, we're approaching the holidays. Give us a call, 718-720-0922. We cater all over Staten Island, Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan, the Bronx, parts of Jersey. There's nowhere we don't go, guys. Give us a call. Have a good day.
Well, we welcome all of you back here to Staten Island University Hospital Park. That was our proud sponsor, Joe from Jay's on the Bay, doing wonderful things down there in the heart of Rosebank. Right now, it's the Warriors who come up with an incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Looks like they had a man down there, just came up empty. So a 2nd and 10 here on a glorious night, the southern shores of New York City.
Warriors on top, 3-0, 10:22 remaining in the second.
Working out of a gun and throwing short right side, and a beautiful one-handed grab made there, and then just corralled by everybody in a white jersey. Not much doing. Short gain on the play.
You know, boys, I'm going to throw this out there.
All right.
Does the field make a difference for what their offense is doing? Because these defenses are just stifling what they're doing right now.
You know, they just can't seem to get it going
There's
on
no
offense.
momentum
there
going
seems to be
at
a little
all.
uncomfortability
I agree,
somehow.
comrade. I agree.
Well, I think halftime they're going to reset. They're going to come out. We're going to see a hell of a second half. I mean, that's what I'm expecting.
Oh, we still have a lot left in the second
A
quarter.
lot
right
of
now.
football left here tonight, folks. 9:42 second quarter.
Take it easy, Commodore. I don't want to have to get the oxygen out. You say too many words all at once. On a 3rd and 8, Pace is going to have to take over. Garatelli out of a gun. He takes a deep shot downfield. He's got a man. Bursts and 10 Warriors into Pirate territory.
Boys, it was a matter of time before a big play is going to happen. And it's going to be who's going to throw it, who's going to make the catch, and who's actually going to make a big play. So when that happens right there, that's a momentum shift for Curtis right now. And we talked about it early on. Who's going to be that big playmaker? Tremendous shift for Curtis right now.
There you go. They got to do something with this, though. There's an opportunity to put some points on the board here.
Catch made deep downfield. 1st and 10 in Pirates territory. Garatelli out of a gun gives it to McCasis. Takes it up the gut. Big man, number 44, want to make big bucks. I love it. Love the number. Runs like Mike Allstott. Downhill, looks for contact. Got a lot of mean violence in those eyes. I love to see it.
4-4.
Love 4-4 around here.
4-4.
The late, great Martinique Matthews number.
We saw 6-4 earlier, too.
Love seeing Drew Schroen's number pop up as well. As the give is
Keeper.
on a quarterback keep. Designed run. Well, play action.
Curtis really didn't do anything on those 2 plays. You know, they're at a 3rd and 6 now. They got to get a first down here. But this is a long field goal. This ain't going to happen. Could be a matter of field position here for the next possession.
Well, you got to figure if you're Coach Peter Gambardella, do you play the game of chess, not checkers, and pin them deep, play field position? I know you could say it's 4 down, 2 down territory here, but why not pin them deep if you can?
You know, I'm not a big fan of shotgun right here. If you need 3 yards, you give it to the running back and you just get it. And there's a penalty right there. Ready? Go back. We're going to talk over and over again. Discipline.
Mistakes.
Whether it's offense or defense, it's discipline that changes the game for what it is. You went from 3rd and 3 to now 3rd and 9, and it changes the dynamic of what an offensive coordinator wants to do.
You're right. And what are you doing out there, like you said, setting that back up? Well, that's their offense. They come little run and shoot, very reminiscent of what the Oregon Ducks do. Always out in a shotgun. It's their formation. It's the way they find success. Garatelli has a man downfield. Touchdown, Warriors! We call that the old announcer's jinx where I come from, Peaches. Warriors strike with their first touchdown of the day.
The Commodore knows.
You know what? I'm not going to be biased, but I'm going to say this. That throw right there is a very difficult throw to make and a tremendous catch on the receiver in stride. You can't make that up in any playbook you want. That is a absolute right call right there, one-on-one coverage to the hut, and be done.
We call that hashtag Dart City where I come from. They're out to kick the extra point right now. Warriors set to take a 10-0 lead. Kick is up, and it is cash money.
There you go. They took advantage. Capitalized. 2 back-to-back big plays by the Warriors.
10-0, the Warriors jump out. Midway here through the second quarter of play. You're tuned in to the NovaCare Sports Network, our broadcast booth powered by our friends at Main Street Coffee. Nobody cares.
You know, boys, I'm going to say this once again. Do you see what we're looking at right now?
Yep.
The city that never sleeps.
Greatest city in the world.
What a picturesque setting. You said it. As this ball is going to be fielded by Kiki Charles, getting to the second level and up towards midfield. The Pirates are quickly in business here. I'll tell you who else is in business. It's us here at Nobody Cares, if you can still believe it. And it's partly thank you to our new friends at the Sensory Studio. 3 locations here on Staten Island, and this location that we're checking out right now, well, it's the one at 8 Johnson Street in Staten Island, New York, 10309. What's this place? Well, it's occupational physical therapy and speech therapy for the kids. It's an absolutely unbelievable place. Shout out to Michelle DeSimone and the entire crew of more than 70 employees at that place. There are 3 of them. Check them out. Big supporters of the Nobody Cares Sports Network. Back to the action on the field.
Haddad was sacked on a quarterback keeper right there by, as Mickey Brennan would say, a plethora of warriors.
That's a solid name drop. You almost took him out with that one. You almost took out Peaches with Mickey
I got
Brennan.
a million of them. Let me tell you something. I
And
got
he was
a
the
million.
best man at my wedding. What a shame.
I got it, man.
I love my bear.
Good wingman.
2nd and 12 for the Pirates. The give is to Bent running right side. He picks up about half of what the Pirates need. It's
Yes.
going to be a 3rd and manageable upcoming.
Very nice jaunt around the right side there.
So here's what Tottenville has to do. Now I'm going to go from a coach's point of view. Danny, take over the play-by-play real quick. I'm going to say what I'm going to say.
Oh, I'd love to. Back to Haddad working out of a gun. 2 receivers left looking in that direction. It's a swing pass to Bent, and he is going to be tackled in the backfield. Oh, what a lovely play by the Warriors on D. That was number 3 coming up to make the play, Jarrett Surrate.
So when you're the offense right now and you want to go negative yards, you throw the ball backward on a side screen. Tottenville has to keep moving the ball forward, and I don't think they're not getting, like, if they see the push up front, get the ball moving forward. They have a push and they're not using the advantage of it. Don't go backwards. Boys, push the boys up front and make the offense be what they are.
You got to win it in the trenches. Out of a gun, it's Haddad. On a 4th and 5, the give is to Brown. He's got to have it and does. He's close to the line to gain. It'll be tough depending on the spot.
That's going to be close, boys.
That's going to be very close.
Looks to be just shy, the public address announcer says in attendance. So 4th and very short upcoming for the Pirates.
You know, here, I see what's happening here is that they haven't been able to establish this ground game. The Curtis secondary is coming up, okay? There's no passing game on Tottenville's part right now.
Welcome to Nobody Cares Sports Network, ladies and gentlemen. No religion, no politics, just feel good local sports. We call games a little bit different than most people, mainly because we don't care and we're here for the fun of it. You could be too. Matter of fact, we're hiring. Come on down.
Now, boys, was that a premature call? Because I could see the sticks coming out. I know the announcer said, oh, no, came up short. But it doesn't happen until they bring the sticks out. I see Curtis celebrating, and it looks like...
They held them.
They sure did. It is a 4th down. Stop.
Big play. I think a measurement was appropriate there, Peaches. You know, this is the momentum of the ball game right here. We're midway through the 2nd quarter. Curtis has got a 10-0 lead. They want to take it in at halftime.
All right, gentlemen, I'm going to turn it around here. Put your beautiful faces on camera. We are powered tonight here in the broadcast booth by our friends at Main Street Coffee. 2 locations, one in historic Richmond Town, one in Tottenville. Bookie on camera. Bookie, you look good, pal. Would you just come out of somebody's trunk? Great to see you. Warriors with a 3.5-point spread tonight. We'll see if that remains true as we go down the stretch here.
Did you miss him? I had him in the trunk coming up 95. He was really quiet.
It's amazing what that liquid on a napkin over the nose will do.
Excellent.
Back to the action. It's going to be a 1st and 10 now for the Warriors, who get the ball back after forcing a turnover on 4 downs. 1st and 10, Garatelli out of a gun. 2 receivers left on the lower part of your screen. Fullback going in motion. The give is to a tailback running left side. committed to the run on first down, and now a late flag. Now another late flag, and this could be 2 against the Pirates. How costly.
Ooh, that could hurt.
So I can see the Curtis Warriors coaches right now going, get off the field. Stop with the nonsense. It was a late hit. We get it. It gets a little tough here and there. But let the refs call what it is. We had an initial flag, and then we had, obviously, a late hit right there on a play that didn't matter. But what do we always say? Discipline is going to be the change of every momentum of what offense and defense does.
Commodore keeps touching the mic. He's going to pop out Grandma's eardrum in Florida. It's fine. We got to give a shout-out to Danny Ahern out of Pensacola, Florida, by way of West Brighton. His nephew is James McGurk, number 77, the right guard for the Tottenville Pirates. And as a matter of fact, it's James McGurk's grandma who's tuned in all the way from Spanish Fort, Alabama tonight watching the game live.
Absolutely. You know, that kid was in the JV contest. They wanted to see the game. We gave it a try. Didn't happen, but they're watching the varsity game, as are tens of thousands of high school football fans around the nation.
Tried to get the JV game up. Couldn't because, nobody cares. But I will tell you this. JV, Tottenville Pirates, blew out the Curtis Warriors. So it was a no contest here, and probably for the best that we didn't do that game. 10-0 is our score here on the gridiron here from St. George in the varsity contest.
We got a ball game going on here, folks.
You look at the JV organization from both teams, and I know Joe Amato, the JV coach, and he also does both the varsity. I think he does the offensive line. But he's a JV varsity head coach, and both these teams have talent, and they bring it up. So I love seeing Staten Island football, and we represent the best and biggest in the city. We bring out a product from Staten Island throughout every year, all the time.
1st and 20, possibly even 30 on the field for the Warriors. We'll call it an eternity. Caratelli working out of a gun. 2 receivers right, sending a man in motion from left to right. Now looking in that direction, they throw it short. Trying desperately to get to the second level and return to the original line of scrimmage. It looks to be Dukes on the reception.
Well, he got a few back on that, Dan. That was helpful. He moved the ball downfield. It's going to come down. There's not much time left. 4:39 field possession. Want to get one more score in here, and Tottenville's looking to break the ice. They got to get on the board before the half, right, Peach?
Well, I would think right now, if you're Curtis, ball security, keep it within your possession.
Out of a shotgun, Caratelli looking left. He completes it on a short pass towards the left boundary. That's number 23, Casey Royal on the reception.
Moving before he's wrestled out of bounds.
Refuses to be brought out of bounds. With 4:08 remaining here in the first half of play. Looks to be short. A 3rd and 4 upcoming for the Warriors. They have a 10-0 lead. As I mentioned, we approach the 4-minute mark here in the first half of play. Peter Timmons, the Commodore, and myself, Danny Chanod, on the call. We welcome you from wherever you may be tuned in, Staten Island or around the world.
It's a big play right here.
High
for
school
the
football at
Warriors.
its
Big
finest.
Play.
3rd and 5 for the Warriors. Sending a man in motion, the give. It's a reverse. Wide receiver takes it from right to left. Running down the left sideline. Does he have enough for the first down? It looks like it.
Boys, I love the misdirection right there. And I know when you're an offensive coordinator, you want to always have that one play where you can say, you know what, gentlemen, it's this play that we're going to do right now.
That was the one, big play.
And that was the play right there.
You're talking about keeping momentum on your side. 3:59, the clock stops for a hot second as we reach the 4-minute warning. And we're just going to go as the referee on the field signifies time to start that clock up again. Now, it looks like we've got a call going against the Warriors here. This is big.
I'll tell you what. How many times can we say the word discipline? Why keep shooting yourself in the foot over stupidity? What are we doing?
Well, we got to remember these are young student athletes giving it their best right here. They're doing the best they can.
It's the best thing you could say, Commodore. That's why you get paid the big bucks. Mukasis on the carry on a 1st and 15. Picks up about a yard on the play. 2nd and long upcoming.
You know, I'm going to disagree right there.
There we go.
We do this day in, day out. They practice for 2.5 hours every day of just simplicity. You have to be disciplined in life and football and everything you do. That's it.
That's it. Well, ladies and gents, it's a 2nd and 13 for the Warriors. 4 wide receiver set, 2 split left, 2 split right, and Laundry comes in from the near sideline. See what this call is going to be. This moment in time, a stoppage on the field is brought to you by our friends at Windows We Are. 8th wonder of the modern world, 9110 5th Avenue in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn. Why? Well, they have free parking. You never hear that. They'll even pay for your toll, fix everything, including the screen door, and design your windows. Reach out to our friends, the Turnbull family. So it looks like a 5-yard penalty goes against the Pirates. The two teams now trading yards back and forth via penalty. It is a 2nd and 8 now for the Warriors with 3:23 to play here in the first half of play. Same formation, 2 receivers right, 2 left, a man in motion from left to right now. Caratelli looking one-on-one, left side of the end zone. That ball tipped away, and a beautiful play made there in one-on-one coverage, left side of the end zone. Let me see if I can get my eyes on me. So I feel like I'm actually broadcasting from space. It's number 9, Jesse McCallop, breaks up that play. Or, you know what? Is it possible it's number 8, Peaches? Alima Kamano?
It might be. I'm looking from
It's
where we are.
It's possible.
Either way, it was a great play.
Great play.
PJ McNamara in the booth, legend, ladies and gentlemen. Caratelli gives it to Mukasis, who dives a gap, lunges forward, and picks up a few on the play. The Warriors are going to be well short, as it is 4th and 7 upcoming. The ball on the Pirates' 18-yard line.
You know, I would like Curtis just take the time right now. Use the time. And look, shocker.
Good call, folks. Could be
What
a
do you
commercial
got?
break.
What is it, a timeout? I don't know what's happening.
I know.
Got a commercial break?
Yep, that's
have
what's
somebody.
happening.
I'll tell you what, why not hear from one of our sponsors? And it's a good time to hear from our friend at Jimmy Max.
Hi, this is Jimmy McBratney, owner of Jimmy Max at 280 Watchog Road. We've been serving the Staten Island community for over 35 years. This fall, we invite you to the restaurant for our happy hour, which runs Monday to Thursday, 3 to 7, Friday and Saturday, 2 to 6. We have $2 drafts, $4 import bottles, and lots of what we call max snacks at $5. Also, during NFL specials, we also will run those $2 drafts, and we have the $4 vodka seltzers. So if you're in the neighborhood, please join us. Jimmy Max, 280 Watchog Road, in the heart of Westerly, proudly supporting local sports. Nobody cares.
Main Street Coffee tuned in on the YouTube machine, says Commodore has gotten soft over the years.
I'll give you a soft.
Well, there you go. Pause. Back to the action on the field.
Main Street Coffee, best coffee on the island, baby. Let me tell you, could be on the East Coast.
4th and 7 upcoming for the Warriors. Gonna have it here. Can they get it done? Sending a receiver in motion now. Trips right. Caratelli looking left side. One-on-one towards the end zone. Incomplete. That is a turnover. The Pirates will take over on downs.
You know what? I like the no call right there. We've seen so many different times where that could have been a pass interference call, but it was a trip. It was just the offensive guy went out and he tripped. He could have said, "No what? Hey," like we talked early on. What was it? What'd you say earlier?
We're talking about refs. Where there
When
were
the ref-
more refs,
When the
less
no.
calls.
I said when the referees are on the field, one says, "Did you see it?" And the other one says, "No, did you?" No, better throw a flag.
Right.
Throw the flag anyhow. We'll talk about it.
I'm sorry, guy tripped. It's got to be a piss interference.
Gotta be a flag.
You have your people call
great
my
no
people.
call right there.
Great no call as the players out there were losing their minds, saying, "Come on, ref! The one time you keep it in your pocket." No. I like to see it. Hopefully, they keep it locked up the rest of the way.
Hey, Danny, the boat's coming in. I got to go. You see it? I got to make that boat.
Commodore, I wish there was a zip line so I could just strap you to it and launch you towards center field and be like, well, now that he's gone.
Whoa, hop, here I come.
Ooh.
Let's say that. We'll go over to Mott Street right now.
Right now.
Cancel this broadcast. 1st and 10. It is McGuire in at quarterback. He launches the ball downfield, one-on-one, intercepted by the Warriors. They're looking to take it the other way, inside the 30, now cutting it back. Laundry on the field. The Warriors will have it outside the 20-yard line. What do you see, boys?
I'm rubbing my head.
Could be a hold here after the interception.
I get it, but great play. Let him just run it back. So now, ready, here's what we are. You have the ball at the 22 on an interception. Now you're almost first and goal, but you're on a 22. So now, with the penalty, throw the 10 yards back. You still have the ball, but now you're at the 32. You negate something that was so positive over just the D word. What are we going to say, boys? Discipline.
Oh, thank you. I wasn't paying attention. I was like, disaster. I got you.
And, boys, now we go back the other way towards the goalpost.
That's right. We're switching sides again.
We sure do. And why not hear from our pregame sponsor, our buddy Mark Savino?
Hi, this is Mark Savino of Century Waste Services. We've been servicing the tri-state area for over 25 years. We have over 50 trucks, all with top-flight safety features. 24/7 contact availability, no hold or wait times, the right service at the right price. Century Waste, supporting local sports and going the extra yard in the community. Nobody cares.
I love it when they say nobody cares.
I'm telling you, Jimmy Mack threw it in there at the end, too. Nobody cares.
It's tough to get Jimmy McBrackney to read a script. He basically threw me out after that. He said,
I don't know why the people at the gate, when we told them that they said, what are you doing here? We told them nobody cares. They just looked at us
They
and
got
said,
really
you can't come
upset,
in.
Pete.
I'm like, come on, look at the business card. It's nobody cares. If you don't know who nobody cares is on Staten Island,
I mean, on planet Earth, what are you doing? It's a bunch of guys that just want to have fun calling a game. We're hiring. Get out here. Dave Fernandez is getting paid to run camera tonight. He's freezing. Bookie's living the
I got to
life.
tell you,
getting paid
Bookie's
inside.
done a good job of helping Dave out. We got a great view here tonight. This is just spectacular. We're getting ready to go here with 2:31 remaining in the first half of play. 1st and 10 Warriors on the 37.
You said it, Mr. Caratelli, with 4 wide receivers to right. He throws to the right side, and the Pirates are all over that one. A loss of about 2 on the play.
You know, boys, I'm going back to Jimmy Max real quick. The best part about being a part of Jimmy Max and a Hillside member, you get a great discount. If you're a Hillside member and Jimmy Max, his pizza, his service, when they say 25 minutes, they're 25 minutes, and they might be 3 minutes early.
Are you counting? Are you timing him?
Absolutely. I love my pizza delivered on time.
Kidding me?
And here we go.
25 minutes or it's free, right? You're that guy at the door.
Pal Joey's.
Oh, you kidding me? Caratelli out of a gun, throws it left side and completes it to Lakeith Decker. He picks up a few yards on the play.
Clock
it's going to
is
bring
running.
up. If you talk over me again, I'm going to throw you out. You
Turn my
understand?
mic off. I dare you.
That's a good idea. It's 3rd down.
Mic off.
It's not hard. You shut the mic off. You see that? Now he's done.
I'll tell you what. that ferry's not going down to Florida anytime quick, huh?
No. And it can't go fast enough if it had the gas.
If I had 350, maybe we put him on the fast ferry.
BJ, take this moron, this all-star out of here, will you? They're both out of the same community, ironically. 3rd and 5, something in the water. Caratelli out of a gun. He's got a man over the middle, and he misfires. It's going to bring up a 4th down. The receiver is super upset.
Now, what do you do right now? You have 4th and 5. You're on the 33-yard line. Do you punt the ball and let them try to go 90 yards right now? If I'm Curtis, I'm thinking the bigger picture. I'm not an analytics person, But if you're Curtis, you punt that ball away and you pin them down.
Well, it's 1:06 remaining here in the first half. You have a 10-point lead. The Warriors are pitching a shutout here on defense. Play that chess match, pin them deep, and force the Pirates to go the length of the field in just over a minute, something they haven't had the chance to do so far this game. So I like that strategy very much.
You know, we're also not on the field, and we're not in the coach's booth, but if you're smart and now you have a false start, you have this and that, you have a delay of game, Curtis, punt the ball away, let them try to do something that Tottenville hasn't had a chance to do all game. They haven't driven down one time to prove their offense is actually getting anywhere positive.
Oh, hold on. Commodore wants his mic back on. Go ahead,
You know,
Commodore.
you can also force an error here and get a turnover as well, right?
Anything's possible. The Pirates, both teams with a turnover so far in this game. So the defense showing out for both squads this evening. It's really a 10-0 ball game, late second quarter, 1:06 to go here in the first half. Not the game that I suppose many were anticipating in terms of an offensive powerhouse. Instead, the defense showed up, but you boys know better than anybody, defense wins championships.
Absolutely.
It is a 4th and 6 for the Warriors. They do, in fact, send out the punt team. And it's a fake. The Warriors keep it. Taking it A-gap, staying on his feet. He's going to be well shy. That's almost a gamble that I think Gambo was willing to lose. The Pirates will get the ball 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
I tell you, I like it. I mean, he had everything to gain right there and not much to lose.
How do you like that at all?
Because I'm the Commodore, Peaches. I go against the norm.
Doesn't make any sense. You can't get into what he likes. It's not real.
I get it, but why would you give field position with a minute left on a team that has nothing but to gain off where
You
they
have to
are?
understand, Peaches, when he said that he really liked it, in no way, shape, or form was he actually paying attention to the game. You completely called him out on it.
I got to tell you something, Peach. He's got confidence in his Curtis defense right now.
Here's what happened.
You look at the scoreboard right now.
He has B.J. McNamara next to him.
My
like
spiritual
holding his hand.
advisor for tonight's game is B.J. McNamara. Jackie McLernan was not available.
If Tottenville scores right now, I'm going to be so upset with.
He's going out. Yeah, he's
absolutely.
leaving. He's going out.
His door's being locked.
Yeah. Oh. The bookie, ironically, can stay. We shut your mic off already, Commodore, as we are 1 minute to go here in the first half to give it to Bant running right side. He runs into a brick wall on the right side and plops down to the turf as we have 45 seconds to go here in the first half of play.
Now, I don't know how many Tottenville timeouts there are left, but I see a little something going on the field, but I see the clock stopped. So I don't know if there was a timeout called. There is a timeout called. So do we have how many timeouts Tottenville has left? Because they did call one with 45 seconds right now.
Well, we don't have Murph working stats for us tonight. I don't think his wife ever let him out of the house, Pete. So, no, I don't know how many timeouts they have left. Now, what I will tell you this, though, ladies and gentlemen, is it is time for a new sponsor read. Like our friend from 1-800-WATER DAMAGE for hurricane damage repair services and anything else that water gets on the floor, you got to clean it up. Big shout out to our buddy Cosmo Mortelli. He's an assistant coach out of Moore Catholic High School, doing big things in the community. Just serviced the whole northeast of the United States for hurricane season, and he's back in effect here in the tri-state area. Give him a call if you ever need assistance. 732-955-4232 or 347-782-8254. Back to the action on the field. 45 seconds to go in the first half of play. Tottenville High School marching band making a lot of noise. Commodore, what are you going to eat at halftime?
Well, what haven't I eaten so
What's
far?
left over there?
What's left over there? I don't know.
These guys are in the suite eating all the stuff. This
Moldy
was,
bombs.
They're animals over there.
this was an impromptu for me. I just came to watch the game, and actually, I'm next to the boys and having a great day.
Why not just have a good night while you're at it? Working out of a gun, it is McGuire in the game. He's going to keep it running right side. He holds the ball, runs straight into the loving arms of his teammates on the sidelines. It's going to be a second down upcoming in about 37 seconds to go here in the half.
You know, boys, right now, if you're Tottenville, you have nothing to lose besides field position, take out of the equation. throw the ball downfield, take a shot. They're going 3 wide right now. Why not?
Absolutely.
It's 2nd and 5 for the Pirates. Trips left. Single coverage on the right. McGuire throws it left side. That ball sails out of bounds. Brings up a 3rd down. So we've seen 2 different quarterbacks tonight for the Pirates. One in Jordan Haddad and now Justin McGuire. McGuire, of course, the starting quarterback on the season, dealing with some injuries as we come down to the final game, which is
That
tonight.
might account for the sputtering of the Pirates' offense tonight.
It could. On a 3rd and 5, it's McGuire sending a man in motion. 2 receivers right, 2 left. He's looking left, now looking right, forced out of the pocket and sacked! Warriors defense on 3rd down with a massive play.
Call timeout. Call timeout.
I mean, my man AJ, a.k.a. Anthony Gambardella, comes up with a sack, forces a 4th and an eternity for the Pirates. With 14 seconds remaining here in the first half.
And that's going to wrap it up, boys.
That's going to do it for us after 1 full half of play here from the North Shore of Staten Island, New York City. It's the Warriors with a 10-0 lead over the Pirates. We head to the second half from Staten Island. I'm telling you right now, ladies and gentlemen, absolutely nobody cares. Shout out to Main Street Coffee. Back with the second half after this. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Staten Island University Ballpark Community Park here in St. George. I'm Danny Chanod of Nobody Cares Sports Network, welcoming you to the Nobody Cares broadcast booth, powered by our friends at Main Street Coffee. Joining me in the booth, the legend from Tottenville High School, hoping to bring the Pirates a bit of luck, the one and only Kenny Munson Jr. Kenny, how the hell are you, brother?
Good, man. Good. Beautiful night. Like you said, which time, we got to get on the board here, come out, started the third, but, hopefully we can make this a good game.
Absolutely. Kenny's going to sit in with us for the third. Where's James Speciale? James, pop back in. Where are you? Jimmy, you'll find Jimmy. Commodore, if you can find Jimmy and tell him to pop in like at the end of the third quarter, something like that.
I don't know who Jimmy Speciale is. I live in Florida.
Commodore's great at his job. Kenny, the Pirates shut out in the first half. Tell me the emotions of the Tottenville fans in attendance so far tonight.
Yeah, I think we had an opportunity. We got that interception down to like the 20, went foreign out there, and just honestly gave up a couple big plays on defense on third and long. They have a great receiver, the kid number 5. I think his name's Evan Dukes, and he's making some plays for them right now. So hopefully, one of our guys can step up and do the same on our side.
We're going to have to find that difference maker for the Pirates, right? And there's been a couple of different quarterbacks under center tonight for the Pirates. You had Jordan Haddad, played quite a few snaps this evening, and of course we're seeing Justin McGuire, and maybe we're seeing that kind of dual quarterback threat tonight because McGuire's been dealing with injuries so much all year.
He's a little banged up, so I guess they were going to try to see what they can get from Jordan. And sometimes it's just about getting a spark either way. But coming out here, we definitely need to drive coming out.
Well, we're about 1 minute away from game time. The only thing is we're waiting for the Tottenville Pirates to make their way out onto the field. Let's get Jimmy. Do me a favor. Give this one to James Speciale. We're going to have him on in the booth for like the first couple minutes of the third quarter, and then I'm going to have you jump back in.
That's
all right?
No, I agree. Whatever you guys want. So, ready, boys, here's what we're going to do.
Go ahead.
Look at where right now.
Crouch down a little bit because they're looking right at your zipper. There you go.
Ready? So, here's what we're doing right now. Curtis up 10-0. The whole second half relies on how you start and how you finish. And it's not how you start, it is how you finish.
Definitely.
And we've seen games where somebody was up 28-0, and I don't care what sport you're in. You see a game in second half, you have to finish the game. Now, does Tottenville come out right now and say, boys, we didn't really move the ball too much on the offense. Big plays, not really. Curtis either. It was a balanced game, and Curtis just ground and pounded, and they got the ball into the end zone, and they had one or two plays. So here's the bottom line. If you're Tottenville, you say it's not playoffs, but it is implications of being playoff scenario of what's going to be where we are going next week. So, ready? What's your plan right now? If you're Tottenville right now, what's your plan?
Well, I mean, I was down there at halftime and to hear Coach Nev, and honestly, there wasn't a lot of X's and O's. It was kind of really just questioning, how bad we want it and the toughness, factor. So Curtis is kind of dictating the flow of the game and what's going on both sides. So he really just challenged him to, step the hell up and start playing with some toughness, and then, the chips will fall where they may after that. So
I couldn't even talk to both of these coaches before the game just to let you boys know our Century Waste pregame show. Often, we talk to both coaches, play an audio clip.
Yeah.
Neville and Gambo gave me this look like, Danny, if you come over here for a talk, I'm going to shove that phone somewhere. And I was like, fellas, you have a good game.
No, it's
the intensity's there.
Yeah, this is a big deal, on a night like this, and you got two, great coaches, two guys that have been in these programs forever. So, this is a like you were saying, as far as playoff seedings, I think Curtis is locked in to the 1. So, hopefully after tonight, we're seeing his rematch again.
Did you just shakes the Warriors right there?
No, I think they got the 1 no matter what.
See what I mean? You see what I mean?
Nothing is locked in.
That's what I heard.
Stop it right now. Nothing is locked in.
Peachy's going to leave on that note, all right?
We're going to have. We'll see.
We're not locked in anything.
I like it, though. I like your style. The
But
Tottenville
hopefully
Pirates.
they're playing again in Midwood in a couple weeks.
That would be a tremendous thing.
That would be great for the island for sure.
Which is a great place to see the city championship. They pack out that place. We're going to be back here. This is our halftime from the Nobody Cares Sports Network broadcast booth. Be back in just a hot second with the start of the third quarter as both teams are out stretching on the field. When we start the third quarter, it is going to be Kenny Munson Jr. and James Speciale from the Staten Island Advance joining us in the broadcast booth. Back after this, you're supporting local. Nobody cares. All right, ladies and gents, welcome back to the booth. Almost the start of the third quarter. We don't have enough money in the budget for models. And that's exactly why we couldn't really bring in the top guns tonight, but we could afford James Speciale from the Staten Island Advance. He's a local sports writer. Look him up. He's one of the best in the business, and tonight he's gracing us with his presence here in the broadcast booth, joining Kenny Munson, a legend from Tottenville High School. It was all Curtis Warriors in the booth for that first half. I think what we're trying to do here in the third quarter, just shake it up for our Tottenville fans at home, make them a bit happy. You know what I mean?
Bring us some luck for the second half. Need it.
You trying to say I'm not model material, Dan?
I'm trying to say that I'm not model material. It's going to take a hell of a lot more than hair and makeup to make me attractive. Two men back deep to receive for the Warriors. And it is going to be a squib kick to start us off. That ball is going to go out of bounds. A penalty against the Pirates to start. 10-0 is our score here to start the third quarter. The Warriors will get it after deferring in the first half. Kenny, what do you make of this environment? We didn't even have a chance to talk to you in the first half. I mean, I'll throw it to you too, James. I mean, what do you make of this for Staten Island, for New York City sports?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a great opportunity for the kids. You know, kind of like I would say like a college, like bowl game type atmosphere where it's that neutral site, and you know, you got a lot of fans, you know, people in the suites. Just something different, you know, something that's a change, and sometimes that, you know, that could get the kids going. So,
James, what do you see here tonight?
It's definitely something different. You know, Saturday night under the lights. I think they were hoping the crowd would be a little bit bigger. Curtis has got a very nice showing out there, being that it's their home game.
Well, a lot of folks said, well, they're going to be streaming it so I could stay home. The skyboxes are filled up, I could tell you that. People are enjoying the friendly confines of sheetrock and heat.
A lot of Tottenville guys are up in the booth. Maybe they need to get out here and, you know, start cheering up. Maybe
show their support.
It's tough to get the guys out of the skybox and say, hey, come out of the skybox and mix it up down here.
They're eating pizza up there.
I mean, they're
nice.
Gerald Mission? No, it's for suckers. We're staying up here. Well, on a 2nd and 5, the handoff is up the gut to Mukasey. He actually loses a yard on the play, so 3rd and long upcoming here for the Warriors.
This is in the first half. This was the down that really hurt Tottenville. Evan Dukes had a couple big plays on third down. So from a Tottenville standpoint, we got to watch where he's at and get him covered up.
Caratelli will be working out of a gun. 3 wide receivers left. Tottenville looks to be playing in a zone with 2 safeties back deep. Caratelli under pressure, moving up in the pocket. He's going to be sacked on 3rd down. A huge play by the defensive line.
I believe that was Cardona for Tottenville. He's been very active all game in the middle. And once again, the offenses, both teams just seem like they're spinning their wheels. I don't know if it's the setting. I mean, we know they're 2 of the best teams in the city, but the offenses just haven't been able to get going.
Yo, I love when somebody's in the booth that knows what they're talking about. Just knowing the kids' names. Can't see the numbers for the life of me.
That's half the battle right there. You know the names, numbers.
You got a couple of Staten Island high school football legends in here, Dan.
I do my best. And we're working on models next. Aaron Andrews won't return my calls. The punt is clean over and across the 50. And the Pirates are going to have the ball for the first time here in the second half. When we come back, 10-0's our score. 10-11 to go in the third quarter. Kenny Munson Jr., James Speciale talking to us in the broadcast booth. When we come back, St. George, Staten Island, nobody cares.
There he goes.
Oh, my goodness. Corey Brown has checked back into the ball game. This tandem of the B&B boys. Brown hurt for most of the season, looking to finish with a bang.
Yeah, and like we were saying in the first half, Curtis, their main guy stepped up, made a couple plays. Now, Corey and Tyshawn, I don't think they're going to do the same here in the second half. So
Tottenville goes as their running game goes. So Definitely. If these two guys get on track, then they can make a game of it.
On a 1st and 10 from midfield, McGuire gives it to Brown, and he is met by a duo of Warrior defensive linemen that stop that play right in its tracks. James Speciale, I understand that you can't stick around because, you're a wanted man here in the stadium. Anytime there's real press affiliates, people want them on the move. Nobody cares. They stick in the box in the tallest castle like Rapunzel, except I got short hair. I can't leave.
If this was a baseball game, you'd have an incredible view, but you should have brought your binoculars.
I thought, you know what? You and the Commodore can take a ride home. He told me, where's your binoculars? I said,
yeah.
What do I need them for? I'm a young guy. Now look at me. Joke's on me. It is a 2nd and 10 for the Pirates at midfield. McGuire out of a gun. The give is to Bent. He runs B-gap between the guard and tackle and doesn't get very much. Brian Neville, he is going to stay committed to the run. It's a 2-possession game, but he's going to continue to grind out this run game.
Yeah, and that's the thing that's hurt us a little bit, just controlling the line of scrimmage. Kid Jarrett, number 3 for Curtis, he's having a great game.
Yeah, Serate's been a beast in the middle.
He's tough to block, so he's been all over the field.
It sure is, Mr. Timmons from IS-61. He's going to be joining us again in a few moments. Laundry on the field. Instead of a free play, they're going to stop it in its tracks and say that it's offsides against the Warriors. That's 5 yards. That's going to make it a 3rd and 2 for the Pirates.
It's only a 2-possession game, but I think just for Tottenville's own psyche, they got to get something going here, whether it's a touchdown or a field goal to get on the board.
Yeah, this is huge, right? You got to convert on this and get some points on the board.
So a 3rd and 3 for the Pirates. Across midfield now. In Warrior territory, the give is to Bent. Little stutter step, gains access to the second level, close to the 30-yard line on a 1st down for the Pirates.
I feel like they're going to break one. They're going to break one soon. They just haven't been able to get much traction, but it seems like they're getting a little bit closer, hopefully.
Got to give a shout-out to Miss Siegel, Jessie Siegel. She is the cheerleading coach and so much more at Tottenville High School. She's prowling the sidelines tonight and doing a tremendous job of, everything she does for the Pirates. To give us to Bent, little stutter step move, gets to the outside, and he's got a 1st down, back-to-back 1st downs for the boys in purple and white.
You see, Dan, that's why you got Kenny Munson here. He said it was going to be a matter of moments before they pop.
Yeah, you can see them
run by Bent.
Yeah, you can see they're getting closer.
People are going to be pissed when he leaves the booth, man. So we're going to have to strap a GoPro to him or something and keep the
need a sideline report. I'll go
You're
down.
bringing back a Fabry Award winner here. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I don't know. Are you telling me I got to pay him more? I'm in trouble then.
No, you got Peter coming back.
No, yeah, okay, I got to pay him too. I got it. Okay. So it's a 1st and 10 for the 19-yard line from the 14-yard line. The man in motion. The give is to Brown. And he stays on his feet for a couple of yards, but not much more. 2nd down upcoming. The Warriors, they didn't give up a big play on this drive. It's just simply a matter of how long can you contain these two all-star backs, and the answer is not for very long. So 2 good runs of 11 and 12 yards have put the Pirates in a position here to get their first points of the night.
Got to punch something in. We were down here in the first half, had the same kind of situation, couldn't get anything. So
on a 3rd and 8, McGuire out of a gun looking left. Now he's going to be forced right under pressure. Got to get rid of it, and he's sacked. The Warriors defense once again comes up with the stop.
And I believe that was Surratt once again.
Yeah,
he's just unblockable.
Yeah, having an unbelievable game. That's right. It's really honestly been from the first play of the game. He's been in the backfield all night.
He's one of the best linemen in the city, and he's playing on another level right now. I mean, Tottenville, I guess they're in 4-down territory right here. It might be too long for a field goal, so
now they're going to tell me it's 3rd down here. And
you got Corey in the slot here. I would like to see them, try to get him the ball.
3rd and 15. Corey in the slot, trips left. They're going to throw it right side. One-on-one towards the end zone. Touchdown, Pirates!
Beautiful ball, beautiful ball.
That's what they needed. Let's see if they can get it going in the second half to make a game of it. That's a big drive for the Pirates.
It was the running back that made the reception in the end zone. Number 4, Tyshawn Bent getting pay dirt, and the Pirates are on the board.
Just like we were saying earlier, Tottenville, our guys got to step up. Our 2 main guys, and that was their drive right there. Great job.
10-6 is our score with the extra point pending. Instead, the Pirates look like they are going to, they showed as if they were going to go for 2. Now they're going to switch their formation up and go for the traditional extra point here and make it a 1-possession game. It is a 1-possession game. The snap, hold, kick is up, and it is cash money. 10-7 is our score. James Speciale, it was a pleasure to have you in the booth with us tonight. I'll let you say your shout-outs, man. What do you got for everybody?
Shout-outs?
Yeah, why not? You got any friends?
I got Joe Bruno I got a shout-out. I know he's one of the loyal watchers. That's really all I got for you tonight. Pleasure being with you guys again. Enjoy the rest of the second half.
Always a pleasure, brother. Nobody better than you. James Speciale from the Staten Island Advance. We'll be back. Tottenville gets on the board. 10-7's our score. Giddy up. Kenny Munson Jr. is officially the new good luck charm for this Tottenville Pirates squad.
I figured, I had to come up here and, will some things into existence. So
you're doing a good job of it, as this is an onside kick that sails out of bounds. That'll be a penalty against the Pirates. Warriors will have the ball to start at their own 35-yard line. That's a perfect time to talk about our sponsors. That's the entire reason we're here right now, and powered by them, so you can watch the game for free. Got to give a shout-out to our friends at 550 Richmond Terrace. It's Fast Track Auto Body right here on the north shore of the island. Shout out to our friends Al and the gang down there. They make it fly, just like, as I always say, Grand Theft Auto, when you take your car to Los Santos Customs. They can do all those same things down there. Make sure you mention Nobody Cares and get 10% off your services. And I mean, this Tottenville, 12th man has just come to life here at the ballpark.
They're out in the stands. Finally, they're out in the stands.
We out here. Now, 1st and 10, the Warriors give it to McCasis. The big back puts his head down and picks up a couple on the play. Both of these coaches very heavily mindseted when it comes to establishing the run, sticking with the run right through to the fourth quarter.
Yeah, very old school type. Like I said, they've been there for a while. It's
Smash mouth
great
football
coaches,
going on here.
Yep.
A big play every now and then.
And now, Curtis has a little bit of pressure. Like I was saying, they really dictated everything the first half. And now we, get them on the sticks a little bit, see what they got.
5:50 to go here in the third quarter of play. 10-7 ball game. Caratelli out of a gun, looking left, downfield, one-on-one. He's got a man, and we've got laundry as this could be holding against the defense.
He was in good position. Just
There
didn't
you
turn
go.
and find the ball.
Peaches was talking about it before. Mistakes. That's a big play. Just hate to see these things.
Well, one-on-one coverage down the left sideline and a little bit too much play with the hands.
He was in good. Like I said, he was.
Like,
in
he
good
was in
position.
good position,
Yeah, just
though.
turn and
Yeah.
find the rock.
Well, I would have threw the tablecloth from up here. I saw that
Yeah.
from 400 yards
Yeah,
away.
nah. Once you don't find the ball and you're looking at the man, they're going to call that a lot of times.
I'll tell you, I just wonder how much interference that scoreboard is having on the offensive players or the defensive players' ability to see the ball. I have a tough time focusing down there.
I mean, like, the whole time, though, there's animations going on.
Exactly.
Like it doesn't need to have animations going off the entire game.
This is the first time out of the box over here. We're all learning from it. It's a great experience. We'll do better next time.
We will, absolutely. Commodore, go down there and yell at the kids in the media booth.
I'm going down now.
It is a gain of 5 on first down, brings up 2nd and 5 for the Warriors. Seems they're sticking with this run game, and then though they're only up by 3 points, they're running the ball like they're up by a bevy.
This is a tight contest right here at 10-7. I mean, we're halfway through the third quarter. 3-point game. Anybody's ball game at this point.
Yeah. Caratelli working out of a gun, launches a rocket over the center of the field, and it goes just to the left of the intended receiver's arms. That's going to bring up third down now.
Yeah, it's a big third down here. I'm assuming it's 2 down territory that they'll go for it on 4th, but
I mean, you could assume, but at the same time, you could also argue they're going to play that game of chess and pin them deep.
I don't know. I think he's going to go right back at him over here. That pass was through behind him. If it was through in front of him, would have been a completion, would have been a first down. Whole different story. Got to make a play here.
Thank you, Commodore. We appreciate your
That's
raw
my
emotion.
contribution. It's not raw emotion. I mean,
right
I have
there.
a little knowledge of the
knows
game.
what he's talking about.
The guy
Yeah.
knows what the hell's going on
Just
here.
a little bit. You know.
Yeah, it's 3rd and 5, sending a man in motion. It's trips right for the Warriors. They give us to Mukasis. He takes it B-gap, lowers his shoulder, and picks up a few. Looks to be just shy of the line of game. 4th down upcoming for the Warriors, and decision time.
Yeah, and that's probably why they ran the ball there. They knew they were going to go for it on 4th. So just get a little bit closer.
Now they're checking in big man Charles Simmons, the sophomore running back / linebacker, into the game.
Discipline.
You
This
got to
is
watch
what
the
it's
ball.
going
You
to
got
come
to watch
down
the
to.
ball here if you're in Tottenville.
Come out in a power set, 2 receivers right. The give is to Mukasis, who dodges 1 tackler and moves ahead past the line to gain. That is a first down for the Warriors inside the red zone.
That was a great run by the Mook there. And actually, speaking of the Mook, he's been training with me since, I want to say 9 years
Really?
old. Yeah, the running back for Curtis. So
I love it.
Mook,
Where's the
great.
4-4?
The Mook,
And he
yeah.
runs hard.
The
Yeah.
Mook, wasn't that a character in some movie?
Mook.
You
Yeah,
gotta-
that's his nickname. But
The
nah,
Mook.
You're going to have to tell him, nobody cares is a big fan of him.
No, definitely.
Absolutely.
He's a good player and he's a great kid. One of the hardest working kids.
Here we
out
go.
there.
3:50 remaining here in the third quarter. Mukasis gets the carry, and he fumbles the football. That ball is out. Tottenville picks it up, and we're going the other way. Oh,
turnover,
baby,
big turnover.
we got a new ball game.
Ooh-wee. That's huge right there. Now, it's going the other way, all right. I think they're going to turn the teams around
Yeah,
and go
flip
the
them
other
down here,
way
yep.
as well. It's coming down to our end of the field. So, with 3:41 remaining in the third quarter, Curtis Warriors still on top, 10-7. Here come the Pirates.
Got to give a shout out to a new sponsor, Alpha Male Barbershop, 484 Sherritt's Road, Staten Island, New York, 10309. This place, boys, it's more than a barbershop. I stopped in there, and they had arcade games, foosball table, pool table, flat screen TVs, a bar. Guys were smoking cigars. I said, what the hell's going on in here? They said, it's a barber shop, Danny. I said, look at that. Somebody's
Yeah,
getting his hair cut over there. Sure enough, the Alpha Male Barbershop is doing big things. If you don't believe me, go down there and find out for yourself. Tell them Nobody Cares sent you. They'll hook you up even more. You get a face massage. Girl down there does a nice job.
It's so cold down here, I can't feel my face.
Well, you don't need it anyway, Commodore. Looks great. 1st and 10 for the Pirates. They're in business. Trailing 10-7 off a turnover. They get back to the run game. A gain of about 2 on the play, maybe 1.
Short gain, just trying to give themselves a little breathing room here. Creates a 2nd down and a long 9.
Dave Fernandez crushing it out there on camera. I was just giving him the thumbs up. Very proud of him. First time working camera. He reffed a game today down the Jersey Shore, I believe, for basketball. McGuire with a toss right. Brown is absolutely popped shoulder to shoulder.
What a tackle that was.
Yeah, that was a nice open field
Yeah,
tackle.
good form, just open field tackle. Huge play. We got a Warrior down.
A Warrior down in the backfield. That's why we have to draw our attention away from the field for a moment. We'll give a shout out to our friend and new sponsor, Man Cave Barbershop, 95F Page Avenue down there in Tottenville, Kenny.
My neck of the woods.
We're trying to get these, Tottenville sponsors on board. We're a little bit too North Shore top heavy,
The doors are open. We'll take all the sponsors we could get. I mean, we do a great job for our sponsors. They do a great job for us, helping us to support sports locally here on Staten Island.
Right, and you know us, Kenny. We'll absolutely sell you anything that's not glued to the floor. So we welcome you to the broadcast booth. 10-7, you're the lucky charm. But in all seriousness, what are the Pirates doing right here in the third quarter that they weren't doing in the first?
And honestly, being on the field, in the first half and just seeing the emotion, it was kind of, a little bit dead. And I
Can't quite see who's down for the Warriors out there.
We'll get that information to you as quickly as we can. But go ahead, Ken.
Yeah, so I think the emotion just wasn't there in the first half, and being in the locker room, Coach Never got after them a little bit at halftime, and definitely a better effort on both sides of the ball, coming out.
I agree with you. I said halftime was going to be huge. Okay, the kids came out here, first time here, new environment, one goal post. What's going on here? You got a crowd looking at you from a different direction. Yeah, they had to get settled down, okay? They were feeling each other out. We had a couple of good plays. We had a turnover. But now, we're into the second half here, deep into the third, 3:03. It's still a tight contest, only a 3-point game. We said the line was 3.5.
3.5. I'll tell you.
Who was the favorite in it?
Curtis.
Warriors favorite 3.5-point spread tonight. That's fresh off the Nobody Cares sportsbook.
Who's the bookie taking?
Well, Bookie, he said that he doesn't usually do, the mascots weren't animals. But he said tonight it was 2 humans fighting. So it's a toss-up. He did like a warrior versus a pirate. Very, very vague scenario.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
So I'm sorry, Kenny. As you know,
who do we have coming off here for the Warriors, Dan?
Well, I'm going to try and get a look at the number as this young man comes off the field.
That's 3, actually. I think that's 3. That's Jarrett.
So that's a big loss. If that is, in fact, Jarrett Sarade, he's, as you mentioned, one of the top defensive linemen in the city. And he's ginger to come off.
He's been all over the field tonight. And,
that left ankle really bothering him.
Hopefully he's all right.
Hopefully he's right. He's played his heart out here tonight. After the injury timeout, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you back. It is a 3rd and long for the Pirates. Trips right in a bunch set. Lone back and single coverage left. McGuire on a hard count now directs his back to move forward a bit. And we've got movement on the right side of that offensive line is going to drive the Pirates back even further on a critical 3rd down.
Discipline, discipline, discipline. Coach Peach is right on the ball right there.
Team that makes the least amount of mistakes going down the stretch here is going to be the one with the advantage because big plays haven't really been there since the opening part of the stretch.
No, definitely.
I mean, it's just that these teams are playing with over-the-top coverage. The safeties are playing back, keeping the ball in front of them. Defensive line playing stout for both sides. And what we're seeing here is another mistake against Tottenville pushes them back, and that's the only reason for them being stymied here on this drive. They had just turned the ball over from a drive in Curtis' team. 3rd and 14. It is Brown who gets the ball. Puts his head down, and he's going to be short of the first down marker by about 8 yards. A little extracurricular activity there. So after that spark plug, Tottenville gets back into it. Now you settle back into this heavyweight bout.
Great stand by the Curtis defense right there, okay? A 4th and 8. Tottenville's got to kick it away over here. This is field position right here, okay? This could be it, okay?
Yeah,
Curtis needs a good return right here,
a good
baby.
punt coming out of
Yep,
here.
here we go.
Well, they got their backs against the wall here. Warriors possibly will pin their ears back to go for a block, or they'll go back into safe return coverage. Instead, they pull back, looking for a return. It's a short punt that takes a Warrior bounce back towards the end zone. It's 2:01 remaining here in the third quarter, and we're going to give a shout-out to one of our great sponsors here at the Nobody Cares Sports Network. It's our friends from Wolfhound Nitro Stout. And why not hear from our buddy Jay Sykes down there at the brewery?
Hey everyone, Jay Sykes here from Flagship Brewing Company. If you haven't tried our Wolfhound Nitro beers yet, you're missing out. Our beers are brewed right here in New York, crafted with Irish ingenuity, and served exclusively on draft in local bars and restaurants. And don't forget, Flagship isn't just about great beer. We know how to throw an unforgettable party, too. Reach out to us on our website, www.flagshipbrewery.nyc, to book us for your next event and let us bring the fun. Flagship Brewing Company supports local sports. Nobody cares.
Jay Sykes gets it. I don't know why everybody else doesn't get it, because nobody cares, ladies and gentlemen. Wolfhound Nitro, they've got a new podcast. Check it out on YouTube. They go around to historic bars in New York City and learn the history and sit down with the owner and bartenders. You can watch all that fun stuff on the YouTube machine, just like this broadcast. Back to the action. It is 2:01 remaining here in the third quarter. Caratelli throwing the ball deep, nearly intercepted. Closest person to that ball was a Pirate defender.
Well, the cameraman laying down there.
Close. That was close.
That was a close one.
Yeah.
Sure was.
Well, you
Took a
figured,
shot,
you figured
took a
Curtis
shot.
was going to take a shot there.
Yeah, took the shot.
Just over midfield, and they've just been run heavy. I kind of feel like they're setting something up.
Worked for them one time today.
Yeah.
That's where their touchdown came on one-on-one coverage. Caratelli took a shot, so it was there for them before. But these two teams, they're so well coached, you're not going to catch them sleeping on the same play twice.
No, but I got to tell you, I think Coach Commodore is looking for a knockout shot here.
Second and 10, the give is to McCasis. He takes it A-gap, lowers his shoulder, and picks up about 9 on the play, close to the line to gain.
First down, they gave him the first.
Move those chains.
That is a first down for the Warriors. You said it, Kenny, with 1:35 remaining here in the third quarter.
I feel like we've been in this position a lot with the teams in the red zone. Is just who's going to make a stop or who's going to make a play on the offensive side.
It's been a defensive effort here this evening.
Yep.
This game with major playoff implications. Caratelli out of a gun, throws it right. He's got a man complete. First down, Warriors. What a catch. What a throw.
That was a nice throw, too. Had that defender underneath, laid it over the top. Like I said, it's kind of hard to see those numbers.
No. I got you. It's Toriano, Louis Toriano, number 17, the sophomore wide receiver, making the catch.
Yeah, nice catch.
A little less than a minute left here.
Dave Fernandez doing such a good job, guys, that I actually looked to the cameraman to see him zoomed in on the player because I couldn't see it with my own eyes. So shout out to Dave out there. You're doing a great job, buddy. You will not be paid extra. Do you hear me? I know you do.
You bought all those kids, man. They ate a lot of food.
The hell? The kids ate all this stuff.
That's what it's about.
McCasis on the carry, running left side. Touchdown, Warriors.
Boom! That could be the knockout punch Curtis has been looking for.
A little bit too early for that, Commodore, but they get on the board their second tutty of the day.
I call him as I see him. This is a low-scoring, tough battle right here. Coach Munson, you got to agree with me. You got to take that. That's a big touchdown right now for the Warriors.
That's big. And like we were saying before, in a closely contested game, to get up 2 scores is huge. But, fourth quarter, crazy things happen. You never know.
It's anybody's ball game, but I
Yeah.
got to tell you something. Momentum, Curtis, right now.
Oh, definitely.
Commodore's fired up, Kenny. We're going to have to kick him out. Don't worry. We'll let you have a great night.
Listen, they turned off my mic. They kicked me out.
Yeah.
They had
That's how they
security
treat you.
walk me across to the 1-2-0.
Rodney Dangerfield can't get no respect as that kick is up and money. The Warriors up 17-7. Kenny, I know that you probably want to get back to your Tottenville alumni folk and stuff like that down there, so I appreciate you coming
guys,
in the
yes,
booth, man.
definitely.
I know you got your beautiful family at home, so I'll let you say goodnight to your kids and tell the boss you'll be home soon.
Kenny boy, Raya, Valentina, Daddy loves you. I'll be home soon.
You heard it here, folks. We'll be back with more high school football action from Staten Island, New York City. You're keeping it locked with Nobody Cares. Appreciate you, brother.
Let's lock this one up.
Folks, I talked to you about the Sensory Studio early on, and I can't talk about them enough. 3 locations here on Staten Island, speech and occupational therapy for children. It is one of the most fantastic places I've ever been a part of. That's why we're going to have a live show from there. I talked about a zip line before, gentlemen. They have a zip line inside Sensory Studios at the Johnson Street location. I said I wanted to put Bookie on it, do a live show, and zip him across like, a little Chinese guy in Ocean's 11. Anyway, back to the action on the field. It is a man for the Pirates that breaks across the 50-yard line on the return. Nick Cosentino, the sophomore, making his presence known. First and 10 Pirates in Warrior territory. Don't look now, boys. We still got a ball game.
It's not over. I'll tell you, Coach Munson said it's not over. We got a lot of football left to play here.
It's fired up.
That was a tremendous run right there.
Cosentino, we have seen him make stellar plays this season covering this Tottenville football team. Only a matter of time before who's going to hop off the page. You know it's going to be the B running backs, right? Not this time. Special teams making an impact.
Curtis ripped one off. It's Tottenville's turn to match it right here.
18 seconds to go here in the third quarter of play. Curtis fans in attendance are calling it a blackout as they have all black T-shirts on, matching their boys in all black uniforms. McGuire gives it to Bent, and he is met instantaneously by that defensive front from the Warriors. With or without Sarate, them boys are getting busy in the trenches.
They've been tough all night in the trenches. 2 and 3 men tackling one Tottenville Pirate.
And I couldn't help but notice that one of the touchdowns for the Warriors actually came when we were talking about Gene McNamara.
Yeah.
And we were saying what a patriarch, right? And second later, we had that Curtis Warrior touchdown.
The
So,
words of Tommy Mack, oh, baby.
oh, baby. Back to the action. McGuire flushed out of the pocket, throwing right side. He's got a man. It is complete to the running back on the far sidelines. That's Corey Brown who makes the catch. He's ushered out of bounds short of the line to gain, and it is going to be second and short. Peaches, I hope I didn't take you away from anything. You mentioned possibly leaving and not sitting in on the booth, so I don't want you to feel obligated to
Listen, this was impromptu. I had to go try the pretzel dog.
How were the
Yeah.
pretzel dogs?
Not bad.
It was good. You know what? I pulled myself in.
Oh,
Look at this.
It is Brown moving and grooving, and they've got a first down. Peaches, what do you got?
It's the end of 3.
It's the end of 3. I'm just gonna. I know you gotta do a TV timeout, commercial break, and I'm gonna say something very special for what goes on right now. You do your TV timeout. Or actually, no, we're still in the third quarter here, boys.
That's supposed to be the end of the third quarter. It says zeros on the board, and they're out right now to snap the ball. So what the heck's going on? I certainly don't know. On
Nobody
first
cares.
and 10, that could be the first play from the fourth quarter. I don't know. Guys,
Did they not change sides? What happened?
Well, they wouldn't change sides because they have to go in the same direction the whole game. But my thing is, do these refs have dinner reservations I'm unaware of?
The clock is moving, baby.
It is officially the fourth quarter, ladies and gentlemen. Put your fours up. Take a break. McGuire out of a gun. Rolling right. Taking a shot downfield. He's got a man. It is incomplete. Nearly intercepted.
I'll tell you what, I like the no call right there. You could have easily maybe said going out, he tripped up, not an interference call, but they went for a shot right there. Now, we are a little confused right now because we are in the fourth quarter, I think, right? Boys,
it is the fourth quarter, yeah. Now the clock's running. I mean, I don't.
Right, but we're going the same way, so there really wasn't a change.
They heard us, yeah. It wasn't right. McGuire is going to give it to Brown, and he is going to be manhandled there. Nowhere to go. 4th and long upcoming for the Pirates.
You know, here's what Tottenville has to do right now. You have an opportunity to either be there or not. If Tottenville wants to make this game relevant right now, they have to have a big play, and it has to happen right now, not tomorrow, not 20 minutes from now, right now, and Tottenville has to make a statement.
Back to the action on the field. McGuire is going to give it on a reverse. Calcentino has absolutely nowhere to go. The boys in black are laying it down tonight.
You know, they tried the trickery. And I guess in a playbook, they're like, you know what, let's try to do a big play that might make sense to certain people. But it backfired. And this Curtis defense is dialed in for what they're doing right now. It is every opportunity for Curtis to literally turn the page, close the book, and shut this down. Now, hold on, boys. We're going back to seems like we're start of the fourth quarter because we just switched field position.
Are they doing this to us?
Because we're on the 35-yard line the other way. Now we're going back.
I don't know why they're doing it to us, but here's some theme music for us. Are we officially in the fourth? I hope so. If you're out there, put your fours up. It's a 17-7 game. What the hell's going on out here? Nobody cares. Well, they switched field position for the punt, and Curtis runs a draw up the middle on first down. Mukasey has been running hard all evening. He picks up 3 on the play. A win if you're the Pirate defense, holding this offense to 3 yards or less on first down.
I'll tell you what, I'm confused, and I don't know how to play chess, but I feel like I'm playing chess without knowing how to play chess. And shout out to Kevin hiding behind me. He was like, Peach, this is what they're doing, and I was like, okay, let's go with it.
I'll tell you what.
No, you're confused too.
I'm confused. Dom Pug in the chat says Commodore rules. Just a completely left field statement. Don't get fired.
Oh my God! Now he's getting, shut his thing down. He's getting shut him down. He has followers down in Florida.
Timmons told me to shut your microphone off. So there you go.
I didn't say shut the microphone off. I said shut it down.
Shut it down. I got you.
This is what they do in Pahokee, Florida.
Folks, a discussion on the field and a brief one at that. We're back to the action. 3rd and 3 for the Warriors. Caratelli out of a gun. A duo of receivers to the right on a misdirection. They give to Mukasey. He's close to the line to gain, but he looks like he's going to be just shy. 4th and short upcoming for the Warriors. 9:20 remaining here in the fourth quarter of play.
You would think right now if you're Curtis, you want to burn the clock. You're up 17-7. It's a 2-possession game. You're 3rd and 2. You want to get the first right now and just keep the momentum going.
Well, the Warriors will be going for it, leaving their offense on the field as they play from their own territory. Caratelli gets the call from the sidelines. 2 receivers right. The hard count gets the Pirates to jump. They did not throw a flag on it. Caratelli takes the shotgun on a design keep. Everybody confused. 1st and 10 Warriors.
You know, I'm not the smartest tool in the shed for what it is, but did we see 3 guys actually go over the line of scrimmage on the defense that they said, nope, we're
Nope.
good. Nope, we're
Keep
good.
playing. Caratelli was like, all right, I'm going to take 5 yards anyway.
Well, the clock keeps running, so they got the first down anyway. But that was just amazing that wasn't a flag right there.
8 minutes and 20 seconds remaining here in the 4th quarter of play from Staten Island, New York City. 2 of the top teams in the state going toe-to-toe. On a reverse, the receiver takes it, and he gets about 2.5 yards on the left side. As we try and get a look at the receiver on the end around, I believe it was number 23, Casey Royal. Oh, it's getting busy once again.
You know, Commodore, what do you see right there? I'm looking at the Curtis offense right now. What you should do, if you agree or not, you ground and pound, whether it's Catholic school, public school, you keep giving it to the defensive line and keep momentum going, right?
I agree with you. They just got to
And
Oh, no cases! Takes it up the gut! He will go all the way! Touchdown, Warriors!
There you have it, folks. If you keep pounding it long enough.
Listen, I'm not Houdini, but I said if you wear down the defensive line, you find a seam what Curtis is going to do right there, and that gets you exactly what you need right there. Now it's a 3-possession game, and Curtis is, I don't know what they call that, the driving Miss Daisy driving seat?
That was a 55-yard jaunt right there.
My man
That was
just-
a big play.
You talk about a man that looks for contact when he runs the ball. He lowered his shoulder, and there was nobody home. He said, I don't mind if I do. Took that one right to the house, 23-7. Here's the extra point. It is up and money. 24-7 is our score. The Warriors jump out to a 3-possession lead. It's been a minute since they beat the Pirates. Will they get it done tonight? Find out after this. You're tuned in to Nobody Cares on the YouTube machine. Nobody cares. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we got a new sponsor on deck. It's our friends from Hobra, a taco joint. 2 locations on Staten Island, and they've got a fantastic event coming up at their south location at 4895 Arthur Kill Road. You can meet Mike Richter. That's right, it's a meet and greet. Go check it out Monday, December 2nd, 7 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. at Hobra. New sponsor of the Nobody Cares Sports Network.
Terrific out there to get the Richter up on Forest, boy. That's terrific. A lot of Ranger fans up there.
South Shore, Commodore. Wake up now. I know
Oh, they got
Florida.
2 locations.
That's
I'm
right.
confused.
Yeah. It's a good time to be alive. Tacos for everybody, north and south.
You know, every time I look over the city outline right now, I just want to thank everybody that gives their heart and soul, all the New York City firemen, the cops, everybody that I look at the Freedom Tower. Thank God for you guys giving their souls for everything what we are right now, to have what we are. And it is a blessing for everything that you guys do for New York City. Thank you very much.
Glorious time to be in the booth. Could have said it better myself, Pete. As that's Mark DiMattina, the senior, who fielded that kick return. He didn't get much out of it. The Pirates will send their offense out onto the field with 7:12 to go here in the 4th quarter of play. Danny Chanod, the Commodore, and Peter Timmons in the broadcast booth.
Also known as Apples, Peaches, Pumpkin Pie.
That's right. Commodore, you are now muted, and you will be starting the car and leaving soon. Also, shout out to Kenny Munson and James Speciale from the Staten Island Advance. Joined us earlier in the broadcast. Chinese Bookie is in the house. BJ McNamara and Dave Fernandez working camera, an all-star crew here tonight from the Ferry Hawks ballpark. McGuire out of a gun. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to be sacked again. A.J. Gambardella and the rest of the Warriors pick up another.
That's a great tackle right there.
It was. We got an injured Curtis Warrior on the field right now.
And I'm not sure if that's Sarate down on the turf.
It looks like he's
once
cramped
again.
up. Looks like he's cramped up. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate.
That's what they say. You know what? Why not give a shout out to a sponsor, one that's come on this fall and intends to stay on for a long time? Our friends at All Seasons Roofing. It's a Timberline Solar Company. Free estimates. And I mean, a big, big shout out to my man Anthony Vento, who came on as a sponsor. You know, he's got a kid that goes to Peters. He's got a son that goes to Farrell. He's got a couple of kids in the community. He's a big supporter of local sports. I'll tell you, some guys, they fix your roof. You want solar panels? They go up there, they put solar panels on, and you got a terrible roof, and you got a problem. Not Anthony. He goes up there, he says, we're going to get your roof. We're going to get your solar panels. Be set up the next 30 years. Fully licensed and insured, working with the state of New York. Give them a call today, 718-200-1802. Shut the door. Get out. The hell is that guy? Don't let anybody in here. Is that BJ yelling? Folks, if you're wondering what the commotion is, we have no security, and so sometimes the door opens and people yell.
They seem to just, it's like Facebook. They run into a room, say what they want,
shout
run
what
out.
they want, and walk out. Does anybody like that? No, nobody liked
Like
that.
a scary movie all of a sudden, like they open the door, so all of a sudden like, guys, are we trapped in here?
Yeah,
right
no,
now?
we are trapped. You could go out the window, but you won't feel good when you get out the other
I'll
way.
tell you right now, know what you're getting for Christmas? Bandanas. I am going to
Please.
take care of your sweating
It's
problems.
so nice. I don't think you
could.
could. I get
There you
off.
go.
I don't think that's going to happen. I'll be
Oh, that
sweating in
was
the
almost
shower.
a turnover right there, boys. Okay? Hey, I want to give a shout-out. Charlie Pekowski, the offensive coordinator for Curtis, boy. They did a good job today.
Great job, but I'll tell you what, it's the defensive side of the ball bottling up this Tottenville squad and holding them to 7 points as we have 6:53 to go here in the fourth quarter of play. Shout out Damian McCaig. Shout out Coach Pete McNamara, the D-line coach and the defensive coordinator. These guys, man,
They got it done.
Stout defensive front. 3rd and long upcoming for the Pirates. That's something that we've said all night. It is Haddad out of a gun, throwing down the left side. He's got a man complete. First down, Pirates. What a catch made by Mark DiMattina.
That was an 18-yard completion there, folks. 6:42 left in the fourth quarter.
By the way, does Pete McNamara age at all?
No.
No.
Because he was my coach.
No,
Yeah, no.
And I'm not
no,
gonna,
he was
I'm-
my coach,
I'm
too.
not gonna-
I don't know how he's got the energy.
Your life coach last night.
Oh. Well, the ball is at midfield, just beyond it, as a matter of fact. As they've moved to Jordan Haddad back in at quarterback. Drops back in the pocket, flushed out of it, rolling to the right, and he's just going to throw it away. A man in the vicinity, it won't cost him an intentional grounding penalty. 2nd and 10 upcoming for the Pirates.
Well, he lost his footing there as he was attempting to roll out, and he pointed his receiver to go downfield. The receiver didn't see him. He never made the make. He had it made the break. He had to throw it away. It was a good play. Am I alone here? Am I working with anybody?
you
or
know,
what?
I sometimes, Commodore, your words transcend space and time. It's like watching Interstellar. I was captivated. Back to the action. 2nd and 10. Haddad out of a gun, throwing down the left sideline. He's got Brown out of his outstretched fingertips, incomplete.
You know, we're watching these student athletes, and it all comes from middle school. Curtis High School, Tottenville, McKee, Newdorf, they all stem from somewhere. And as being a middle school teacher for 23 years, and Kevin Hyden to my left,
You've been a middle school teacher for 23
just let
years.
me just finish.
Just let him get through it.
Kevin Hyden, athletic director of I-61, he made sure that the West Brighton I-61 beautiful $1.2 million field that got purchased and organized through Kevin Hyden to my left, the athletic director, please make sure that I-61 is in your family and always come back to West Brighton for where we are.
Oh, that ball is, should have been intercepted by the Warriors.
It looked like a softball coming in there. He couldn't handle
I'll
it.
tell you, that was a birthday and Christmas present delivered early, and he just couldn't hold on.
Do you want to wrap that one up?
I think it was wrapped up, but I got to give a shout out to IS-61, and I got good news for IS-61 because there is a middle school basketball league that started up here on Staten Island, and we're going to be broadcasting games completely for free, powered by our sponsors. So I got to give 61 a call and schedule a game this week. How's that? How do you like that for supporting
So guess
local?
what?
That's
To
instant
your
support.
left is the athletic director that can run and operates everything for what
That's
you need.
my man. We're going to book a game tonight.
We're going to have our people call your people, and we're going to make it happen.
We need the pretzel hot dogs when you get a chance.
pretzel
over there,
hot
too.
dogs is what we want.
Yeah, it's a 4th and 10 for the Pirates. Haddad out of a gun. Gotta have it. The ball's intercepted. And it's fumbled. Gambardella hops on it. And that's the exclamation point. That should be an interception followed by a fumble. A.J. Gambardella gets 4 or 5 fantasy points on that play. Good for you. The exclamation point we were looking for.
Now, what happens at the Gambardella house tonight right now? Did they get like a piñata and they just put candy in there and be like, oh my God, that's my son. I'm the head coach.
I mean-
my son just put the exclamation point on it.
I don't know. I got to say this. God bless his mom and Coach Gambardella's wife. He's got these 2 guys out here tonight. Fired up, baby. Curtis on top right now, folks. Good football right here in New York City. Top teams in the state. Not New York City, the state.
Go have a sugar cube or something. You're like a horse that got out of the pasture sometimes. What's the,
You guys are dead.
What do
I
you bring to
life
the table?
Listen,
I mean-
all the sponsors told me that I bring life to the
The
broadcast.
sponsors.
Yeah, they do. They call me up in Florida. They tell me, you
call
think I
you.
get around, man? Ralph, Sports Bar. Me and him are like this. I'm telling you.
Ralph is not an official sponsor, but I got no problem shouting out Ralph Tefuri of Ralph Sports Bar. Good man, great business here on the island. Check him out.
Ralph, buck up. Get on the sponsor list. Come on.
But have a sugar cube. 1st and 10 for the Warriors. Caratelli gives it to Mukasis, who lowers his shoulder once again, picks up nothing on the play as we approach the 3-minute mark here in the 4th quarter.
You know, gentlemen, this has been a long day for both of
Oh,
us.
you ain't kidding.
You know, I'm going to say, it was a tremendous honor to be a part of this. I came to watch the game. Thank you so much for the suite that actually
Yeah.
I wasn't able to enjoy, but I
No.
enjoyed this better. Just having Mrs. Chanod, who's known me since I was a
Did
child.
you have something to eat?
I didn't.
Oh, terrible.
I tried to put a cheeseburger on the warmer, but I didn't realize the water was in there, so it became a soggy bun.
Prison style. Did you dip that in the water for
I tried.
Curtis boy in the house. Here we go. 24-7, 2:35
too
remaining
good.
in the final period. 2nd and 10 Warriors.
Thank you, Commodore. Back to the action. Caratelli working out of a gun. Surprise, surprise. They give us to Mukasis. He fires away for 8 yards, close to the line again. 3rd and short upcoming as we're officially close to the 2-minute mark. It's been phenomenal. Peaches, we appreciate you in the booth. We'll see you. Say your goodnights.
I'll see you next Saturday. St. Peter's versus Moore, 1:30. Catholic school, semifinals. Winner goes to there. Congratulations to my Warriors tonight. Wrap this one up. Mr. Chanod, it's a pleasure seeing you. You know what? Don't go to Florida. Stay here for another week.
Yeah. Nobody cares on the call. We appreciate you, Peaches.
Great seeing you guys.
Danny Chanod on the call here with play-by-play of Nobody Cares Sports Network. Commodore still in the booth with us as this one comes down to a close. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it. The Warriors have defeated the Pirates in historic fashion of the first football game played in this baseball stadium on the North Shore of the Rock. The Warriors take the cake 24-7. That's our final from St. George, ladies and gentlemen.
Danny, I just want to give a shout out to you, the host of Nobody Cares. It's hard to believe where we came from, baby. We're down here overlooking New York City, calling the biggest football game in New York City today. Danny, you're doing a great job.
No, and it's more than that. It's everybody at home that's tuned in to our broadcast and all of our sponsors. We wouldn't be anywhere without you. And a big sponsor, of course, we got to give a shout out. You know, we need to think about who our player of the game is. because they're going to get a $30 gift card to the Baya Bar, over 25 locations in the tri-state area of Staten Island. Tonight, I'm going to go with the 4-4, the running back of the Curtis Warriors, Mukasey, put on an absolute show.
You got to do it, Danny. He ripped off over 100 yards in rushing today easily. We don't have a statistician, but there's your winner right there.
And I'll tell you more than that. We got to give a big shout out to our friend from KT Surgical Solutions, the official sponsor of the fourth quarter tonight. They're out of Snug Harbor, and they want to let everybody know that registration's currently open for the spring season. You can sign up today, and you'll receive free clinics throughout the winter at Snug Harbor's indoor facility. Big shout out to Tommy Slager coming on as a supporter of the Nobody Cares Sports Network. Commodore, I'm going to turn it around to you here on the booth. Bookie is here with us. A great night here from St. George's. We welcome you to the Main Street Coffee broadcast booth. Historical night. I don't know how we did it. Bookie, good to see you live. Say hello to your friends at home.
Shout out to the Nobody Cares.
Hey, I got to tell you something. We wouldn't be here without the bookie either, you know. He broke his sin on a camera, started off with a cell phone, got up to a real deal. He's the man. We would not be here without him. And Dave Hernandez stepped in wonderfully tonight. Did a great job out there. We see you, Dave. We love you. Attaboy.
Hell of a job, and a great job to all of you at home supporting local. JV, I'll tell you, it was the Pirates that won the JV game.
Yeah, that was a whooping they put on the Curtis Warriors there. You don't. These are the teams that dominate sports here in Staten Island every year, in and out.
And more importantly, that cup, the beloved one that they fight for so much, the Lieutenant Nick Leah and John Drennan Cup, well, it's going to Curtis High School for at least the next year until these two teams meet. Will it be at this stadium? We don't know, but they're bound to meet in the playoffs this year. You've been locked into Nobody Cares Sports Network on the YouTube machine. We're back again next week. Commodore is going back to Florida. Take us with you. Good night, everybody.
Nobody cares.